Welcome to this special podcast on World Spirituality Day. Today we are blessed to have with us Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati, and she will join us at 11 o'clock. And she will be part of this amazing special day called World Spirituality Day. If I had heard of this subject, World Spirituality Day, few years ago, I would wonder what is this World Spirituality Day? And especially if it is on the New Year Eve, it becomes even more intriguing. What has World Spirituality got to do with New Year's Eve? Everybody in this world is trying to dance and have fun and say Happy New Year. That this is what is the. But how many people understand that happiness is a very different subject, and how deeply it is linked, it is connected with spirituality. So this is our subject today, my dear friends. Today is the World Spirituality Day. And since all of you are so committed to spirituality, for you, it is a very special day. You must remember, every year on the 31st of December, we must not forget it is World Spirituality Day. And then, how can spirituality make the world? So look at the trick in the pun in the statement. It is World Spirituality Day. But actually, it is the Spirituality World Day. Because it is spirituality that makes the world and creates the day. Without spirituality, there will be no day and there will be no world. Think about it. Just think about it. The world calls it World Spirituality Day. But in reality, every day is Spirituality Day. Everything in this world is spiritual. But unfortunately, because the world doesn't know the meaning, that day there was a World Meditation Day. I think I heard it. I think on the 21st, we celebrated Meditation Day. And people don't know. People don't know the importance of meditation. People think meditation is about sitting in a posture and keeping your spine erect and then letting your mind wander into the whole world and become. So Zoomers, you know today that spirituality and meditation has a different meaning. But today is a good day for us because today we have with us Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati in the Parmarth Ashram, where she is along with Swami Chidananda Saraswati, His Holiness. They have a busy day today, tomorrow. They have a busy day, but we were to invite some more spiritual leaders today and we were to join. But I felt that there should be synergy in the conversation. So we decided that we will concentrate on Sadhviji's giving us her view, and for all of you to make a resolution on this Spirituality Day. So once we finish with Sadhviji, we will get back to our Zoom format and we will review how are you going to make this World Spirituality Day change your life. What is the special day today, 31st of December? Because 31st of December has also got two more very important consequences. One consequence, it is end of the year. And second consequence, it is beginning of a new year. So there are two different important aspects of this World Spirituality Day. How spiritual was 2024 to you? What did you do in 2024? We spoke yesterday a little bit on this subject. And what are you going to do in 2025? Today evening, that is our subject. As to what you all spoke about it, how are you going to make 2025 special? So my dear friends, this is something that we will continue doing throughout the year. But today, if time permits, after Sadhviji's discussion, I may ask some of you who can ask relevant questions to ask those who are the regular Zoomers. I may permit some of you to ask a question which she spoke on, but that will depend on the time available. As I told you, it's a busy day. But for us, It is a very special day. World Spirituality Day. A day to understand that this whole world is a manifestation of the divine spirit. This whole world is nothing but sin. And this day, which is made up of so-called 1440 minutes, each minute of 60 seconds, each moment is a gift from the Supreme. And what we do on the World Spirituality Day, on the end of the year, the beginning of the year, will decide what our life is going to be. Not just what our day or our year is going to be. How are you going to make your life divinely spiritual? What is holding you back from spirituality? I must give you a little context on today's topic. Today's topic we are going to be talking about is how the world is full of war. The world is full of conflict. There is no peace. And because there is no peace, the problem is that there is suffering. People are living in the mind state. People are living in the ego state. And people are fighting wars. It started with one war. It went on to second war. It's gone probably to the third war. How many wars? How much conflict? And if you see, most of the conflict is in one area, in the center of the globe. On the eastern side, there's not so much conflict. On the western side also, there is relatively peace, though they are the influencers of conflict. So it is for us to try to understand today with Sadhviji, what is this war and conflict? What is robbing our peace? What is the connection of spirituality? So before we start, does any of you have any question? Administrator, if anybody wants to ask a question on World Spirituality Day, we have about 3-4 minutes. Impromptu, I'm asking you. If anybody wants to ask a question on World Spirituality Day, raise your hand. If anybody wants to ask a question on today's session. So if you're something that you want to ask, we have only 2-3 minutes to ask, because then we will get Sadhviji. When Sadhviji is speaking, I don't want anybody to interrupt because it's her time. When Sadhvi Bhagwati speaks, let us listen to her. I will be interacting with her on a dialogue. So we both will be having this dialogue, after which we will come back to Zoom. Anybody has anything to ask? World Spirituality Day, today's subject, today's podcast, today's episode on this. If you don't have questions, I'm very happy. You don't have to ask questions on this session. But yes, this is a very interesting session. And I think Sadhviji will join us in a few minutes from now. So my dear friends, I think Ashok Nichani. Yes, Ashok Nichani. We have somebody on the field to ask questions.
Shivam Sarji.
Shivoham.
Sarji, as you said, there is war all over the world at present. So they are all educated people. Now, why are they in so much of ignorance that they will get nothing out of it?
So Ashok, I'm asking you a question, since you're a very simple, common sense, religious and spiritual person. I'm asking common sense. Is there any doubt, Ashok, that it is meaningless? This war is meaningless? Any doubt in your head that this war is meaningless?
Sarji, what I feel, it is only for jealousy they are doing it.
Which means that what is the point of this war? Is anybody going to achieve anything? कोई कुछ जीतेगा, कोई कुछ लेके जाएगा, क्या मिलेगा किसी को?
नहीं सर जी, वही तो है ना. When we get nothing out, सुख में रहो ना, शांति में रहो.
So I'm asking you a question. क्या बेवकूफ है? नहीं समझते हैं.
इतना पैसा लेके उनके पास काफी पैसा है, फिर और चाहिए और चाहिए और चाहिए.
ये वॉर क्यों है अशोक? Why is there war in the world? Why?
They want to conquer the world.
Why अशोक? लेके जाएगा, कुछ साथ में लेके जाएगा?
वही मैं सोच रहा हूँ. इतने पढ़े लिखे हैं, फिर भी इतने ignorance में ये काम. Let them live peacefully. Let others live peacefully.
So this is the essence, no Ashok? Ignorance. Ignorance is caused by the mind. Mind is caused by lack of spirituality. See how the link comes. If these people were spiritual people, Ashok, what would have happened?
सर जी उनको माइंड टेक्नोलॉजी में सब यूज करते हैं, माइंड दे आर डूइंग समथिंग गुड आल्सो, बट when they have that much this thing in the mind, they should think, no, what is good and what is bad.
So that is the whole challenge. And because of the challenge that people are ignorant, because of the challenge that they don't know the meaning of life, we continue to face the whole world. That is what I'm going to be talking with Sadhviji today. I'm going to pick her mind on this, pick her intelligence on this. The world is maybe having a third world war. People are talking of the third world war in a modern day and age. How
About
can
this,
you think of a war? So anyway, let's quickly get Sadhvi Bhagwati in the picture. Bliss and Prakash, Sip Prakash, quick comments before we get Sadhviji on the call. Yes.
Hi, Shvam, dear Shvam, love you, love you, love.
Shivoham. Yes, yes.
I would like to talk about war because I think it's all the contraire, the opposite of spirituality. Because spirituality, we are in the moment present, we are in the now. But with the war, we are in the fear, and we are in the worst of the man and what people can do. And with the fear and everything is brought to us, it put us the fear of the future. And so you can be in the moment present because you are worried and everything. So it's very bad to think about this thing because people don't care about the neighbor and everything. So it's very sad.
Yeah. So you're right. So therefore, the importance of spirituality, therefore the importance, for us to understand how important it is. The World Spirituality Day is not an ordinary day. It is a day
right.
where the world has to get into the spiritual truth. We
Yes.
cannot ignore it, right? So
Yeah.
okay.
We have to understand each of us, we are the same. We are
Yeah.
connected together,
So
and
that's what.
we are not divide. We are all.
So let us hear Sadhvi Bhagwati with a quick comment from Prakash. Thank you, Bliss, and Ashok.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Quick comment from Sip Prakash, and then we'll have Sadhviji.
War begins in the minds of men. It is not started on the battlefield. It starts in the minds of men.
So why?
It is the leaders we have chosen. They are one who are responsible for the wars. So ultimately, we are responsible for them.
So you're right. But what did we choose them to have war?
We have to choose the right leaders. That's why.
Correct. But I'm asking, did we actually choose people to go to war? That's what we chose people. We didn't choose them for that.
We have to see the character of the person before we start electing them.
So Prakash, I'm asking you a question quickly till Sadhviji comes. Do you think really people in this world they like war? Unmute.
People don't go to war. It is the leaders who go to war and make the people follow them.
So what is the cause of that? That is what we discuss on the World Spirituality Day. So that is something that we missed. Okay, thank you, Prakash. Quick, Rekha, last, if you want a quick comment to Rekha, because the time is going to be 11 o'clock. Rekha Parwani.
Shivoham,
Shivoham.
there's a disturbance when you are talking, there's an echo.
No, that's only when Prakash speaks. He has got two devices or something. Only right now, is there any disturbance?
It was even before.
When Prakash speaks. Anybody having any disturbance? Everything is good.
Thank you.
Sometimes if you have got two devices on, you and Yogini or you and Kavita, then the problem comes. All right. So, Balaji, bolo. Sadhviji is going to be here in a few minutes, I'm told. I got a message. Sadhviji will join us. But Bala, आपको कुछ बोलना है? Unmute Bala.
Meditation.
Let us start. Beautiful. Let us start. अब आगे मुझे आप याद कराएंगे मेडिटेशन करना है तो automatically we will do meditation. But if अगर आप याद नहीं करेगी तो then it becomes out of picture. So the meditation on World Meditation Day. Let us start. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Today is the 31st of December, 2024. It is the New Year's Eve. It is also the World Spirituality Day. Why is spirituality so important in the world today? Can the world do without spirituality? When we look around us, people are fighting with each other. People are fighting with each other in the name of power, of success, of money, wealth, property. What belongs to us? What did we bring when we came? What will we take when we go? The World Spirituality Day is a day to contemplate, a day to meditate on the divine spirit, on the spark of unique life, the soul. A day of realization. I am not the body that will die. I am not the mind I cannot find. This ego that stands tall like a wall, unless it has a fall, unless I realize I am not I will never see the divine in one and all. Therefore, World Spirituality Day, coming exactly 10 days after World Meditation Day, is a day to contemplate. Who am I? It's a day to contemplate. What am I going to do in the next cycle of life? What is the new year? A new year is nothing but the earth revolving around the sun, one cycle. That is what a new year is. It is 365 days. In fact, 365 and a quarter days. So every 4 years, we have a leap year. But it's good to contemplate. What are we going to do? How are we going to make it a happy new year? The World Spirituality Day, it is ironical, it is magical that one day before the new year, we have this divine day called World Spirituality Day. And we must meditate. We have resolved that every day when we start Zoom, we will start with 1 minute contemplation. 1 minute focus on the subject. 1 minute silence. 1 minute of nothingness. 1 minute of consciousness. 1 minute of mindfulness. 1 minute of awareness. 1 minute of the witness and the observer of the mind. 1 minute of soulfulness, being the divine soul. Therefore, it is so important to start each day with meditation, each year with meditation, just as it is important to end every day, every month, every week, every year with meditation, introspection, contemplation, realization. Today, don't rush through the day. Don't rush into New Year. Let the new year make you a new you. How are you going to make the new year? Happy New Year. Everybody is screaming Happy New Year. How are you going to make it a special year? Be still. If you still the mind, you will eliminate the ill that it creates. There is illness in this world because there is no stillness in this world. Therefore, to eliminate illness, bring in stillness, bring in spirituality, to eliminate all the misery and be in that state of eternal bliss, being in truth consciousness. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Shivoham. Let me welcome Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati. What a joy to see you on the World Spirituality Day. And
so beautiful to be together here from the banks of Mother Ganga, where every day is World Spirituality Day. And so happy to join you. I'm so sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was just late in getting off of a call.
No problem. So with us, we have got a group of Jigyasus, seekers who get together every day to they would love to hear you. And I thought we will not dilute the subject. And we are going to have just you speaking to them, and we were going to have many more views. But I said we will keep it pure and simple. But quickly before we start, my dear friends, Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati was born in America. And she did a PhD and she moved to India in 96. She chose eternal happiness of the Himalayas over the happiness of Hollywood. So Hollywood had a lot of material pleasure, but she chose divine bliss and she came. She did her graduation in Stanford, but she was ordained by Pujya Swami Chidanand, who is her mentor, Swami Chidanand Saraswati in Paramartha Ashram, one of the largest interfaith institutions. So she lives in the Paramartha Niketan, and when I met her, it was such a bliss, a joy to have a podcast with her. I had the good fortune of meeting her, but I will not waste the time. I would like to hear her and like her to speak. Sadhviji, my subject today is that the world has so much turmoil, so much conflict, so much war, hate, revenge, and turmoil. What do you think on the World Spirituality Day? What do you think is the cause of all this and how spirituality can help?
Beautiful question, and probably it's the most important question these days. The cause of everything that ails us, whatever you see in the world, whether it's on an individual level or whether it's on a global level, the cause is the same. And it's that we are broken inside in our connection to truth, in our connection to the divine. And it doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter how you conceive of the divine or what word or name or form you use. But we have lost that connection. And so in that, we are living in what in Sanatan Dharma we call Maya, in this illusion of thinking that we are our bodies. And when we think we are our bodies, we suffer. We suffer insecurity, we suffer lack of self-confidence, we suffer greed, we suffer desire, we suffer jealousy, competition, resentment. All of this is because we are identified as the body. And we also suffer on levels of violence that we do to others when we feel like we are our bodies. Well, then we're separate from each other. And then my whole identity is based on this body, means my gender, my race, my color, my religion, my caste, my nationality, my socioeconomic status, all of these ways we put ourselves in boxes. And when we do that, we cut ourselves off from the very connection to the divine, which is the truth of who we are. So we cut ourselves off from ourselves. It's why we're all depressed. It's why we're anxious. It's why we're stressed. It's why we're addicted. It's why there's conflicts in the home. It's why there's conflicts in society. It's why our nations are fighting. And it's also why we are destroying Mother Earth. Because if I feel like I'm only my body and I'm separate from the divine, from the creator, from the creation, well, then Mother Nature is a resource, right? We talk about natural resources. From a spirituality perspective, the earth is not a resource. The earth is sacred. Our water is sacred. We say Jal Devta, Vayu Dev, Agni Dev. These are not resources. These are divine. But if we're living as objects and we're seeing everything else as an object, well, then everything becomes a resource. Human resources. How can I get my humans to work for me? How can I get my water to work for me? My air, I mean, everything becomes a resource for me. And there's never enough, right? We say man mange more, more, more. So we suffer. And this is where the solution, so that's the cause. And this is where the solution is our spiritual practice, because our spiritual practice, whether it's a path of bhakti or a path of jnana or a path of karma or a path of raja yoga, or hopefully all of those, because actually we all need to do all of them. What they do is they remind us, oh yeah, you're not your body. Oh yeah, you're not those new shoes you bought. Oh yeah, you're not that new sari that you wanted to buy, but you couldn't afford it. Oh yeah, you're not the 5 pounds you gained over the holidays, or the pimple on your nose, or your bank account, or your title. Oh yeah, you're not that. Oh yeah, you're one with the divine. And when we remember that, then we heal on the inside. And we bring healing to the world, and we stop seeing others as others. We realize there is no other. And this is where, you know, you mentioned my coming from Hollywood into the Himalayas. That for me is really the easiest and kind of fun way of thinking about this problem and solution, is that Hollywood way of thinking is what you could say the problem is. Sadly, it doesn't exist only in Hollywood. Sadly, it exists now across almost all of what we call the modern world. And it's this viewpoint that says you are your body and what's happened to it, where it's been, who it knows, where it goes, how big its house is, how big its car is, all of that. And then the Himalayan way of thinking, which is the solution, which is what I was saying, is that which frees us from Maya. The Himalayan way of thinking says you have a body, but you're not the body. You are soul, you are divinity. And what that means is there is no other. It is all self.
So
and
beautiful.
So we
No, no.
feel that healing inside, and we then bring healing to the world.
So what you said, Hollywood has come to Bollywood. So it's not that it's not that Hollywood has remained at Hollywood, right? So so therefore the problems are here. But Sadhviji, what is my question? Today is the World Spirituality Day. And is it not ironical that many of the wars, the world is probably, what they say, at the brink of a third world war? Now, we don't know. There's enough, I hope there is enough intelligence in political leaders to not get into a world war. But I'm sure you also have this concern. Where is the world going? Because on World Spirituality Day, I am wondering, some of the wars, you are aware, are caused because of religion. Many of the conflicts are caused because of religion. So why don't you tell us how this religion and spirituality has been misunderstood? What is the reality? And how politicians are probably using the world to create power, to rob peace. But more, I'm focusing on this religion causing war, where spirituality creates peace.
So religion itself doesn't actually lead to war. If you imagine a situation in which no one needed land, water, money. I mean, if you imagine an imaginary world, just for a moment with me, in which there was no land to own, there was no water to own, no natural resources, there was no power that anybody wanted. If there was none of that, nobody would care how anybody else worshipped. We don't kill each other because we worship like this, or we do pranam like that, or we speak to God in this language, you speak in that language. Nobody kills each other for that. We pray from this book, you pray from that book. People don't kill each other for that. What has happened is that religion has been co-opted as a way to get people to do something against their fellow sisters and brothers that ordinarily they never would. If I say to you, and I say to all of your friends joining us today, okay, I want to be more powerful than I am. I want more land. I want more money. I want more power. I need all of you to go out, risk your lives, bring your sons with you, bring your brothers with you, bring everybody you know, risk your life to get me more power, more land, more money. Would you do it? Can't imagine anybody would. I mean, it would be crazy. Why would you do that? But if I say to you, those people are anti-God. Those people are the ones God hates. God has told us, through me, of course, to convey to you. God has told us, right? It's always like that. It's never very clear. It's never that we actually get a memo from God. It's always God has told us through me, for you, that those people need to be removed from their land, removed from positions of power, and all of that needs to come into our hands. And if you do that, even if you die, you, your family, will be granted everything that you cannot even imagine in heaven, in the afterlife, in your next birth, and everything that you ever want is going to be given to you. Now, suddenly, you start to inspire people to do things, because now they're not doing it for me to have money and power. Now they're doing it because God has commanded them to do it. And God is going to reward them to do it. And now those other people are the ones who are anti-God. Religion has been co-opted. There are not wars in the world based on how people worship. There are wars in the world based on land, money, power.
But using
Using
religion.
That's what, absolutely. But look, fire, take something as simple as fire. Fire has been given to us as this incredible gift of nature to be able to cook our food, to warm us in the wintertime, to be able to be at the source of so much that science has given us. If we didn't have the ability to light a fire, almost all of that which science has discovered over the years with Bunsen burners and beakers, none of it would have ever happened. But if you take fire and you burn down someone's house, that's not fire's fault. That's not Mother Earth's fault.
Yeah,
that is your fault, that you have taken a God-given resource and you, in your lack of buddhi, lack of shuddhi, have used this resource for harm. Same thing with religion. Same thing with religion.
So what you're saying is very correct. Therefore, on the World Spirituality Day, the importance of spirituality. Because in spirituality, Sadhvi, it doesn't like between you and me, whether we are different genders, different color, different nationality. In spirituality, we break all the barriers. And unfortunately, because of the religion being misused, religion has become a scapegoat. And the people who are misusing religion have found an easy way to make one group fight with another group. And so funny, Sadhviji, not two religions, even two subsections of one religion. I mean, it is so sad, even in, whether it is in the Indian subcontinent or in the Middle East, people of the same religion are killing their brothers in the name of their sub-religion. So my point is, tell me in the few minutes you have, I don't know how much time you have, I know you have a busy day, how can this world overcome this conflict? If you are you saying that with all the different religions remaining as they are and this conflict continuing is okay? Or don't you feel that religions must evolve from the kindergarten of religion to the university of spirituality, unless all the religions learn to respect each other? Not this, sorry to say, this interfaith business has not worked. Because the interfaith business, Adviji, we all come together in a symposium and we hug each other and we love each other. And then we go back into our communities and we foster war and conflict. This is not this is hypocrisy. So tell me, what do you think? How can we end this inhumane behavior, this barbaric? It's inhumane, the way they are bombing people, like you said, burning people's homes. You must have seen the videos of the recent wars, how they are. It's okay if an aeroplane by mistake crashes. We feel sad if 200 people die. But what if tens of thousands of people are bombed? And each religion is justifying just when there is no justification. How can there be justification that I am killing 10,000 people? So tell me, from the depth of your soul, how can spirituality change this?
Beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, I do have to go in just a couple of minutes. So I'll share this, but before I share this, also just to tell everyone a beautiful Happy New Year. obviously a beautiful, happy World Spirituality Day, but a beautiful, happy New Year from these banks of Mother Ganga. And I'm so grateful that you've brought us all together, that you've used this wonderful opportunity to unite us. And I invite all of you to come and be with us here at Parmarth Niketan in Rishikesh on the banks of Ganga. Because as you said so beautifully, spirituality is the answer. The problem is a lot of people have difficulty accessing it. And it's tragic because it is the truth of who we are. It is within us. It's not something you need classes in. You don't have to go to outer space. It's coming to inner space. And yet, given the busyness of the world, people have a hard time accessing it. And to come to a tirth stan, a holy place, where that energy is so powerful, can really help catalyze a spiritual practice. So everyone is welcome to come be with us here in Rishikesh, also in the upcoming Maha Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj. We will be there from next week through the end of February, and Parmarth will have a huge camp. We have a huge new ashram we've built there. Everybody is welcome. Please come and be with us, have a sacred dip in the sacred Sangam of Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. So back just for a moment to your question before I have to go is, I don't think the answer is removing religions. I think that the answer is two things. Number one, ensuring that religious leaders teach the spirituality as well, because every religion of the world has within it a core spiritual truth. Some of the religions speak about it as kind of the mystical part of the religion, but it doesn't matter what word you use. All of our religions do have teachings that take us deep within. And when we go deep within and we experience the presence of the divine within us, then when we open our eyes, we see that divine in all. And neither could we harm another human being, nor could we cut a tree, nor could we eat an animal, nor could we do anything that is out of alignment with the experience that we have when we close our eyes and we go within, in meditation, in prayer, in puja, in swadhyay, whatever it is. So we need to start practicing spirituality along with our religion. Keep religion, no problem, because as I said, religion is not the cause of this. If we didn't have religion, we'd fight over something else. Small nose people and big nose people, tall people, short people. I mean, I promise you, we would figure out something to fight over. So religion is just the easy excuse. It's been an easy excuse for thousands of years, but we would easily come up with other excuses. So we need to find that spirituality within us, that whatever our religion is, when we open our eyes from our sadhana, we're able to see in all that same divine we are connecting with in our religious worship, in our spirituality. And the second piece is that we all need to bring yoga into our life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be asanas, but asanas, of course, are great for the body. But a practice of yoga, because yoga is union. And through yam and niyam, going all the way up, we don't have time now to go into all of the ashtanga yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga, but the practices of yoga are that which reunite us with the very truth of who we are and show us the way to be united in the world. And that's what's needed, is we all need to remember we are divine first, human second, And then whatever way we identify, third. But it's this way that we're fighting, whether nationalities or religions or races. But even if we don't remember we're divine and we just remember we're human, we'll still stop fighting. So along the way to a deep spiritual connection, let us all just remember the sacred humanity of each of us, whatever the packaging may be, but that sacred, sacred humanity of each of us, because humanity is spiritual. Yes, these bodies are born, they change, they die, and ultimately who we are is not the body. But there is something very sacred about life, and recognizing the sacredness of life, of our life, the lives of others, the lives of this planet, the lives of the future generations. That is spirituality.
You know, and beautifully said, Sadhviji. Even science today has said that every molecule of matter is energy. And even things like the Bible tells us that God created man in his own image. In Genesis, the Bible, I'm sure you're familiar with this, that God formed man out of the dust from the ground. The Upanishad says, Aham Brahmasmi or Tattvamasi. But I wish what you say, I'm not saying religion is bad, but unfortunately, hope that with your grace, that religion and spirituality can merge and we can move forward. Thank you so much for
So
coming
wonderful
today.
to be with you. I'm so sorry to run. We have a spiritual New Year's retreat taking place here at Parmarth Niketan, and I have an 11:30 satsang with everybody in the retreat.
Very nice.
So I'm going to run to that, but I'm so happy to be with you, and so much love to you and all of your friends and community.
Thank you, Shivoham, and hope to see you soon. You have not just a happy new year, but a new year filled of happiness. Thank you.
Jai Ganga. Jai Ganga.
So, my dear friends, that was Sadhviji, and she has rushed away for another program there at Parmarth Vacation. So we will get to 5 minutes of questions before we close. But I hope you understood the essence of what. See, it's even Sadhviji at the Parmarth Niketan, along with Swami Chidanand Saraswati. How the thought is what we talk every day. Of course, we had two different lines of thought. And one thought was religions are okay. And today, what Sadhviji said, I want to bring it up to your knowledge. They say that religious leaders are using religion to force people to fight each other. But my point is, why should religious leaders force and manipulate people? So to me, religion is a big question mark. I'm not saying that we have to do away with religion. No, we can't do away with religion. But when will that day come where religious leaders will give spirituality more importance than religion? That is, for me, that's why the World Spirituality Day is so important. What does it use if the Bible says that the kingdom of God is within, Luke 17? What does it use if the Corinthians says that God lives in the temple of your heart? You are butchering people in the name of religion. And I'm against that. I'm against that people are used. Therefore, people must opt for spirituality. People must go on a day like World Spiritual Day. People must teach youngsters the meaning of what spirituality is. Teach people how God is in every human being. Because if we don't teach, then what will happen is, that's why you see my focus is completely on this spirituality. This and nothing but this. I mean, not power and pleasure and money and wealth. No. So I am at the other extreme, but I brought in Sadhviji because she's a very eloquent speaker and very divine and spiritual Sadhvi. And I found that I thought we must have her here on this World Spirituality Day. And there were others else who are also wanting to come. But many people are caught in their religious commitments. So you see, when the religion becomes a commitment, then this is a problem. My dear friends, that was Sadhviji. We will meet again today at 8 o'clock to discuss a new topic. But before we go today, how are you going to, those of you who have come, 100 of you who have come today on this call, How are you going to transform people with spirituality? I'm leaving you with 6 possibilities. I'm leaving you today with 6 possibilities. Possibility number 1, you help people to start a quest. Help people to start a quest on the World Spirituality Day. 2, you make people realize the true meaning of happiness. Make people realize the true meaning of happiness. 3, you help people discover the purpose of life. Help people to discover purpose of life. 4, you show people how to move from a state of mind to a state of consciousness. Try to show people how to move from a state of mind to consciousness. And 5, spread the importance of meditation, silence, and yoga. Silence, meditation, and yoga, which also Sadhviji said. And point number 6, make more people join Air Happiness Secret Insta at 7. Make more people join the Ask Air at 8. Zoom. I'm giving you 6 possibilities because today is World Spirituality Day. And if you want to make the best of today, if you want to make today a beautiful day, resolve on this day, on World Spirituality Day, that you will choose one of those 6 or anything that will make your new year. I don't like to just tell people Happy New Year. Last year, I told people Happy New You. But SIP has given me a new thought on the new year. But that I will tell you in the evening. SIP has given me a new thought. We should not wish people Happy New Year. No, don't wish people Happy New Year. But what are you going to wish? That I will tell you in the evening. Because SIP has just given me a flash. But today in World Spirituality Day, we must raise awareness, raise spirituality. That SIP fills the universe. Everything is God. Everybody is God. So when this World Spirituality Day is the eve of a new year, let this new year be a real new year. And how? We will discuss it later. My closing comments to you, we cannot change the world. We cannot change the world, but we can change our world. We cannot change the world, but we can change our world. So quick comment from Sip Prakash and we close. Yes, Sip Prakash, quick comment, but rest of it in the evening.
Namaste. Since
Yes,
the
sir.
topic you had raised was about war, someone has said, I don't know who, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the wars will end.
Beautiful.
And so you have given 6 solutions. The 7th one, which I want to add, and which is most important, is Prema Yoga, what you are preaching. That is the ultimate solution.
Thank you, Sip Prakash. Beautiful. So we are adding the 7th possibility that you can choose from. I'm leaving with you, and I'm leaving with you 7 possibilities after adding Prema Yoga, which Sip Prakash has added, and rest of it we will talk in the evening. But I'm adding these 7 possibilities. 1, today choose what are you going to do in the new year. Help people start a quest. Make people realize the true meaning of happiness. Help people discover purpose. Show people how to move from mind to consciousness. Spread importance of silence, meditation, and yoga. Help people join Air Happiness Instagram at 7, Ask Air Zoom at 8, and teach people the meaning of Prema Yoga. What Sip Prakash reminded us. Beautiful. Prema Yoga, the most beautiful yoga, the most beautiful way of being in union with the divine. What Sadhviji spoke about. You can be in union with the divine if you see SIP in all. You love SIP in all. You serve SIP in all. But bring about the awareness. Become a beacon of light. Don't just be present in this meeting, but take this meeting out to the world. With that beautiful thing, I thank you all for taking out time and joining today. Did I greet everybody today? I didn't greet everybody. I didn't greet. So SIP to all of you. And I would thank you for joining. And we'll see you back today. 7 at Insta, those who join, and definitely at 8 Zoom for the New Year message. With folded hands, I bow down to you.